So, Tommy, this is you're about to enter your 5th day of treatment with the GOAL program. How did you sleep last night?
Not that great.
Me neither. Did you wake up several times? Or?
Yeah, I was kind of, just awake a lot.
Was it from your ear?
That too, but that wasn't why. But that also really bothered me.
We had to go to the doctor yesterday for an ear infection, so.
Oh yeah, that often keeps you awake. That's happened to me many times. About your nausea, now it's complicated by the fact that you've been on 2 different antibiotics.
Right.
But how many nausea pills have you had to take yesterday and today?
Not a lot compared to what I usually do, right?
He had 0 today, and he had 1 yesterday.
And it's normally?
A lot.
5 or 6 at least.
Of the same medicine or?
Different ones. So if Zofran doesn't work, then we try Iberogast. If Iberogast doesn't work, by the end of the day we try Phenergan.
Promethazine.
Yeah, promethazine or Phenergan, which makes him sleepy, so we hold off on to the very end.
So you just had the one of the mildest.
Exactly.
And how is the nausea right now?
I'm kind of nauseous. It's bad.
It's bad. But bad enough to take another pill, to take a pill?
Yeah, I'd take another pill.
Okay. I hope you just need one today. That
Yeah.
would be wonderful. Overall, you've had, comparing to how you felt physically, emotionally, socially, when you first arrived here on Sunday, how do you feel now?
I'm not sure.
Let's break it down physically.
I think I have more energy than I did.
How about the character of the pain? The type of pain you were feeling? Has that changed at all?
Not really. Not a lot.
Frequency of the pain?
It hasn't changed a lot.
Okay. The level of pain?
That hasn't changed a lot either.
Okay. How about emotionally?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Have you noticed anything?
He's gotten yeah.
I think it's about how you feel.
I know.
Yeah, feel for yourself, Tommy.
Yeah, but I can't really tell, so I'm asking you if you've noticed anything.
Activity level?
More than it usually is.
For example, what have you been able to do now that you couldn't do before?
I usually, sometimes I take a nap. I am playing air hockey a lot.
Give me some perspective. What is a lot?
On air hockey. How many games do you think I've played?
Well, I think the first day you played about 40 or 50, and then you were kind of sore after that, so it wasn't quite the same after that, but your activity level has been dramatically more than normal.
Yeah.
So he's going up and down stairs, which he hasn't done
Oh,
in
yeah.
3 years. He is going up and down stairs with crutches, and the first couple days he had to be guarded and spotted because he was very unbalanced. But now he's going up and down the stairs on his crutches all by himself and doing it several times a day.
Good
And there's a
deal.
lot of stairs here.
Now, being both bedridden and less mobile for several years, have you noticed any new muscular pains for you from using muscles that you've never used before or haven't used in a long time?
My arms have been hurting from air hockey.
Air hockey,
Um,
okay.
And my back. That's about it.
Okay, just from leaning over the air hockey
Yeah.
table? Okay. I know what that feels like. I know because you beat me
How many times?
a couple of times.
Just-
Enough.
He's beat everybody a lot.
I've beat I didn't beat Sam or who else didn't I beat?
Monica?
Who?
Monica?
Oh no, I beat Monica 3 times.
Great.
Yeah.
She needs that once in a while.
Go ahead, laugh about it.
Well, she's out of the room.
I don't want you worrying about my feelings, okay, because I don't have any. How about, I noticed there's a difference in your face.
Yeah.
I mean, I just see you smiling a lot more. Would you concur with that?
Yeah.
So do you feel like your emotional tone has changed?
Maybe, yeah.
So overall, this week's experience, is this a pathway that you would like to go down further? Or would you like to, at this point, stop this and try something else?
I'm not sure. I think it'd be a good thing to go down further, so.
So how about this, in this disease, it steals your hope. Has that changed at all? Do you have any difference in the way you see your future?
Well, since the ketamine, it's kind of helped everything, so, yeah.
So you got an increase in hope from the ketamine, that was good.
Yeah,
Has
'cause
the
it,
GOLD program done anything in that regard?
I think it's helped it along, yeah. And it's increased my energy level, and that's really important, for me at least, because I used to not have a lot of energy.
Okay. So right at the beginning of the week, you had definitely some increase in hope from the ketamine. How did you view your future? What did the future look like to you?
I'm not sure.
Not sure, okay, that's a good answer. How does it look now?
Not sure.
Okay, I'm just trying to see if you see a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. And do you think that a remission is possible?
Yeah.
That's good. Let me ask Susan, what changes have you noticed in Tommy, and what changes in because being a parent, watching your child have the pain that Tommy has is the most helpless feeling in the world.
It is.
How does it feel? How did it feel beginning of the week, and how does it feel now?
Um, The beginning of the week, to be honest, I set myself to have no expectations. And so I wanted to just be, experience it as it came. And it is a difficult situation because we live in a world where it's an incurable disease. And so there really is not much hope of moving much past getting a little bit of quality of life better. And that was the hope, of getting a little bit of quality of life improvement. And what I have seen in the last week is that Tommy has taken on a new perspective of what he can and cannot do from within. And instead of absolutely having to have somebody do something for him because he couldn't move to go get it, he's taking on more and more responsibility to be independent. And that's not something that that's come from anything else. And so this is a new thing for Tommy this week. He's much more independent. I see him happier. He has developed some friends here with a support group, with you and Arik and Monica and the other patients, that we know moving forward we have people that understand what we're going through, and people that can help us, and people that will not give up on us because it's too complicated. And that alone is enough to improve anybody's quality of life. So I am very grateful for all of that.
So what, how does the future, Tommy's future, look now from your perspective?
I believe that Tommy will be cured of CRPS, and I believe that we are moving down the right path, and that I see him as a healthy, active, normal child moving into his later teenage years and being a fully functional adult.
Do you feel like the program has, and I know you said you set very low expectations coming in,
Yeah.
have we met your expectations? Or that's a bad way to put it.
Yes.
I didn't set expectations because I didn't want to be disappointed, because this has been almost 3 years of one disappointment after another. And I can't live like that anymore, because it's too much of a fragile world. So you have absolutely exceeded the expectations, but redefined the expectation level.
So is this something that you would continue with Tommy?
Yes, without a doubt.
And he said he would pursue it. That's good. And so what are your expectations now going into the next treatment session as soon as we can get you in, which will be in LA, I think?
Oh. My expectations would be to increase the functionality that Tommy can have, so that he can be without crutches, that he could walk and move forward from that standpoint without assisted devices. And I think that by moving, that things will fall into place. And I think that his body will heal all of the other 85 things that have been affected by this, and that he will heal those, his body will naturally heal those other things. I think his gut issues and I think his brain fog issues will clear up, and movement will be the key.
It's funny you describe him as brain fog, and I've come to this week have enormous respect for his intelligence because he's so articulate, and I just think he thinks more deeply on things and takes a little time to put it together, which
I think I was, I kind of lost some of that since the CRPS, because I forget stuff all the time, and so I think it's just hard for other people to notice it, because I'm the one forgetting it, and it drives me nuts. So it's just it's hard for me, I guess.
I've been that way my whole life.
But I have to say, on Sunday and Monday morning before the first treatment, Tommy was much foggier than he was today. So his clarity has cleared up. You know, he's gotten much more clear.
Do you think some of that may be weaning off of the nausea medicine?
No, I don't think any of that makes him foggy. Because he went from being foggy to treatment to going upstairs and playing air hockey for 4 hours within one fell swoop. And that doesn't happen that fast.
He has no trouble with reaction times physically.
No,
Not the way he beat me in air hockey.
right.
He reacts faster than I can remember reacting.
But his stamina level and his ability to not be overstimulated by the noises upstairs and people and sounds and lights and things like that, last week that would have never happened.
Yeah, it's
Ever.
been a noisy house, and we've had a dozen people here, and there's always activity, there's always lights, there's always sound and laughing and clanking, and this kid, like it's nothing. It's
Right.
really been pretty
It still
impressive.
affects him, but the level that it affects him is exponentially less. You know,
That's great.
before his little brother would come up and, you know, knock on his door and open it up, and Tommy would say, "Don't open the door so loud," you know, and that was the end of that, you know, and that was it. That was about as much as he could handle.
Which was my next question. Socially,
Hmm.
how has it affected your ability to deal with your brother, your family, and this 12-person extended family you've been thrust into?
Better. It's helped.
You're about to start your treatment, and let me just say thank you, because your journey